So this is working. Yep. Okay.
Literally, my throat, that's all.
Hi guys, this is Renae, and I love meeting up with family, whether it's before concerts, after concerts, in between tour seasons. Family to me has become like actual family. We're just not blood related. And so anytime I am in the near vicinity of anyone else that has the passions I do, I make sure that we can get together. And so today my friend Michelle is up. She lives about 3 hours south of me, and we met, even though we live in the same state, we met at a Dave Matthews Band concert, or online. We really met online. And so I wanted to take this opportunity to just get to know Michelle and how she fell in love with the band, and just to hear her perspective of the Dave Matthews Band world and fan base.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. Well, the funny thing is that my husband was actually the Dave Matthews fan, and for a long time I listened to Dave Matthews, but I really didn't hear Dave Matthews at all, and I kept saying I didn't even really like him that much. We actually went to a concert in Northern California in 2010, and this is a very sad story because my favorite song at the time, and probably still is Two Step, and he wanted to leave early, and of course during the encore in the parking lot I hear him playing Two Step, which at the time I didn't even know the name of the song. That's how behind, not really behind the band I was, but I remember skipping in the parking lot going, this is my favorite song by then. So I missed probably an epic two-step closer for my first concert, but it was quite a few years later. Then Come Tomorrow came out actually, and Jack and I decided to go, we were living in Arkansas, and we decided to go to Chicago and see him. And then I was like, wow, I do know a lot of this guy's songs, and I really had such a good time at the concert. I thought it was amazing, and I came home and decided to kind of go down the discography pathway. So I decided to start listening to every CD of his, from the beginning, and I don't even know how far I made it before I started falling down the rabbit hole, the Dave Matthews Band rabbit hole that we all know. And the first thing I found was the Couch Tour, which is so really random that was the first thing that I actually found online. And so I was like, can you believe that people were using Periscope at the time and broadcasting concerts live? I was just completely blown away, and I'd sit there in front of my iPad and watch, and then it just kind of grew from there.
Yeah.
Crazy obsession.
That's crazy. I love it though, because the Couch Tour is one of those things that I also didn't know about until I knew about it, and then it was an obsession, because I was like, I literally don't have to pay any money, and I could be at every concert, right? I could be with right on the front row, and with the best views, and then with the best peoples, reading everyone's comments and sharing their passions for what the next song is going to be, or anything that is coming to their mind when a song is playing. So it's really cool to be interactive that way. So Michelle and I met actually in Ohio. It was we of course knew about each other because, if you don't know, for the last year we have done Dave Matthews Band trivia once a month on the Space Between page, and so we actually met on the internet, and then Michelle and I knew that we were going to be in Ohio at Blossom or Blossom, yes. Which, what a venue to meet each other at. We were both in line, and she found me, and I just knew she was going to be in my life for a while when I met her. And then, of course, the next year after that, or I guess it was this year, we did some of the Texas Trio together. She rode with us from Austin to Houston, and so that gave us 3 hours of mandatory time to get to know each other, and we ended up getting tattoos together, and so it was a lot of fun. And so she just lives about 3 hours south of me, so there's no reason why, when there's good music in town, even though it's not the Dave Matthews Band, which we're looking for them to come back in 2023, we're hopeful, our fingers and toes are crossed, but when there's good music in town, there's no reason to not get together, because we're more than just Dave Matthews Band fans. We're just fans of music and the art that is. And so tonight we are actually, I'm gonna let you tell us what we're gonna go see tonight.
Yeah. So tonight we're going to a little local club here in Fayetteville, and we're going to go see Trombone Shorty and his New Orleans, I can't remember the rest of the band's name, but Trombone Shorty's a pretty famous guy in New Orleans. He's been playing the trombone in the streets there since he was a boy, like literally like 8 years old. And his real name is Trey, but because he was so short and that trombone was so big, they kind of gave him that name. But he has an amazing brass band and backup singers, and in a small club, it's just going to be really mind-blowing. So I'm very excited to see him tonight.
Do you think that hearing this music with all of the backup singers and the backup support, does this make you miss the lovely ladies at all?
Actually, not really.
She's going to be honest, like, no.
Yeah, I'm not. I wasn't. I liked them and they were okay, but I personally love Buddy currently, and I love his backing vocals, and him and Rashawn together, I think, are great currently. So personally, I think that's the way to go now.
I would not change the band now at all. I don't think
agree.
they need the support of the lovely ladies. Here's my obsession with them. I want to be them, right? Like,
right.
I want to be behind everybody. Like, I'm going to back you up. Here we go. I'm going to sing because I know every word to every dang song. So I would be the perfect. So, hey, Dave Matthews, if you happen to be listening, you need a lovely lady, I'm available.
What's your name?
Renae. I'm in the 479, so look me up.
There you go.
Anyway, so we are going to head out to see Trombone Shorty, but I wanted to make sure to record this since we were together. And so be sure to stay tuned. Michelle will definitely be on a panel discussion, and I would like to hear her perspective on whatever the panel is talking about that episode. So stay tuned and definitely catch the next Space Between. Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you for having me.